We lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world. Of things that fade away. Yet you keep coming back, 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 keep coming back. Keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. Of things we know, also misery, it's no mystery. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy when we're in too deep. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain.
Find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right.
To get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down, down. Blue sky.
Hold on to me.
fish now swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Let me bleed. Let me bleed. Let me. Just stay one more night. I'll be by your side. We'll live for a new day. We live life the hard way, but not today. Just stay. Just stay. Just stay. One more night. We found our way again. We found our way again. We found our way. A new place.
So fragile, like it was built to break off the handle. How'd we get to this place? We're leaving everything behind for new and exciting feelings, but I won't leave you. Will everything we know be lost and changed for something new? Only time will tell, but I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you.
Standing on the edge of a cliff, realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from heaven send with me tonight. Trying to find our place the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Keep our secrets there, hide them everywhere. Just you and I.
Like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. That is how I feel when the mirror shows me a stranger. Yeah. And I know they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see. Take me back to the planet where you and I are still meant to be. 'Cause I'm incomplete empty sheets, 'cause I'm incomplete. Yeah, I'm incomplete. Hey, 'cause I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover these empty sheets, 'cause I'm incomplete.
These roads intersect, on each one I reflect. These lines write my story. These places change me, each one replacing. Like night into morning, I miss the open air, the going anywhere, riding with you like we used to. Guess I'm better off alone, never know when I'll get home, but I know that home's where the heart is. Guess I'm better off this way, moving to better days, but I know that home's where the heart is.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in.
content. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
As the leaves start falling down and the shadows above the town, I can finally see now. I see the fear inside your eyes, I see the pain in your smile. I can finally see now. Oh, we're radiate all over the world. We used to radiate, but now we're drowning. As the leaves start falling down and the shadows above the town, we used to radiate, but now we're drowning.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the EPULZE Invitational. We've got Nexus Gaming taking on eSuba in one of our opening matches of the tournament. I'm Newcastle Kramer 3. I'm joined by the wonderful Trunkman. And, well, to get things started, it's going to be an early dive through outside, in which Nexus able to draw 2 instant kills.
Yep, well, that is a very quick round. Nexus, clean sweep, not a point of damage taken, and they just melt their opponents all over the place.
That they do. For those of you who are in the chat and those of you who are wondering, we don't have very many viewers, and because I am the observer, caster, and producer, I can talk directly to you guys. We're going to break the fourth wall pretty frequently throughout this throughout the day. If you have any questions, if you're enjoying yourselves, I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Just say in the chat. We have it open. We read it. We're not like other girls. No. We'll read the chat. So, I hope you're all doing well. And, well, Trunkman, it's a pretty nice day, isn't it?
It is. It's actually pretty sunny outside, which is very surprising this time of year. And, well, the opener is pretty solid for Nexus, which did look amazing yesterday. I think in their series they won a game 16-6 and 16-3 against... What was it again?
Yeah,
Into the Breach.
Yeah,
Yep,
so
they
unfortunate
destroyed
sods. It was against eSuba. For me, this game is just going to be a battle between Sebenci and Blogus. Something to highlight is that Romanian is a really good language. Now, I'm fairly certain you're meant to say it as Sebenci, but if you do speak Romanian and you know how to say it in the chat, once again, let us know because we read it. Because the delay is also on GoTV, there is no delay on this stream. So like we'll see it instantly if you've got a problem. That also applies to any audio issues, any kind of lag issues or anything like that. Just let us know. We can fix it pretty quickly.
Well, I did watch actually both these teams play yesterday. Longs was amazing. Like he played like an absolute god yesterday. And Levy Ren for the side of eSuba as well, who were the two definite star performers of the matches yesterday. Right now, of course, winner of this series will advance on to the playoffs. Loser will drop towards the decider match, so there's, it's no end of the line just yet. But right now, Nexus do come out swinging. Nice double kill from Xello, and all of a sudden a 3-on-3 ensues. And the ramp is going to get pushed, but lying in wait is Longs to hold it down. Oof.
Thanks. Just see the aggression out through ramp. However, it's Levy for that first kill, doubling down, tripling down from Xello. There's the ace. And just like that, Nexus Gaming, they go 3-0 up. They show their Czech counterparts that actually, why have 5 players when you can have one who just kills everyone? Winner from Xello there as he goes 7-0. Solid way to start your map. And bear in mind that Xello, for me, Xello and Launix have been the question marks for Nexus. They've had some consistency issues, particularly in some fairly high-tier tournaments. Xello has struggled, particularly when he isn't AWPing. The fact that his opening aces on an M4 might send shivers down the spine of eSuba. An early breakage and an early deterrence from the squeaky swing means that Blogus on outside, armed with a mid-deagle, is going to have to try and do the bulk of the damage here. As for BTN, it's time to... Tell you what, Trunkman, it's time to pad those stats.
It's easy money making here, keep everyone alive as well. And well, while you talk about Xello, I mean, he's one of my favorite players in the team actually. That one was a bit filthy. But yeah,
a little bit filthy.
The love that I have for Xello is pretty much from the time when IM was still in the team. And you had that duo of IM on the rifle, Xello on the AWP. At that point, like, it felt that those two players together could take on anyone. And the moment IM left, there was like this very big power gap in the Nexus. Like, Xello couldn't step into the position that IM, of course, left behind. But I do have to say that Longs and Cemente both are looking sublime after quite some time adjusting. And I do have a lot of hope for Nexus to improve, because Xello is, what, 19 years old?
Yeah, he's a young player considering the experience he has. And Nexus, I mean, they've come out the gate swinging. Remember, this is eSuba's map pick. They're the ones who wanted to be over on Nuke. After this, we'll be heading to Mirage, decided, or picked by Nexus, with our decider being Inferno. Now, before we even start this map, I put my prediction at 2-0 Nexus. Having seen the first 4 rounds, Strunkman, where are you leaning?
I'm going to say 2-1 Nexus, because I don't want to be the exact same as you, but I
see,
still
but
have...
You also think Nexus win, right?
Yesterday, I said that I think Nexus is the strongest team in the tournament.
Yeah, I really, really rated them, kind of recently as well. They're showing some very good form. Blogus is going to be able to get over to single door on B. Unfortunately, with vent control, it may not matter, because Nexus's defense on A is fairly loose. Luckily, Blogus isn't interested in A, he's interested in some AWPers. Ragaga for once, Savannah's trade. However, as he dives into the vents, that bomb will be dropped. Seminci, the question is, does he dive after that bomb, knowing full well Blogus wielding an AWP could very well be at the receiving end.
Just go YOLO. Who cares? He's being flanked as well by BTN. Yeah, Blogus, goodbye. Was pretty much swarmed on all angles. 5-0 lead for Nexus. And are we going to get to see a continuation of their absolute ridiculous stomp yesterday? I mean,
it's looking likely. It's looking very likely.
Yeah, if eSuba still have 2 players on 0 frags right now, even a James Bond creeping up closer, it gets fairly scary.
I want to highlight is that eSuba have got 6 kills total in 5 rounds. Nexus aren't dying. And this is post-buy. Look at the money BTNs, Zello, Sabitzi all have. These guys are looking forwards to taking these fights, and they can go aggressive because they can just afford it. It's, you know, when you get rich to the point where a fight is just the cost of doing something, that's pretty much where Nexus are. And with a secret dive attempted, BTN's able to draw first blood, 4 on 5 to continue, as that secret control is going to be pressed to matter. That's Bloggis, good for another.
There's Raga. Does he get him? Oh, spray through the smoke. So much damage dealt, but towards the B-bomb side opens the double doors, and Longstick 1 gets traded out. The op shot missed by Xello. Cemente is flanking up towards Petchin from behind, and the T's are all in different directions, but the CTs as well. Where are they playing from is the big question. Cemente, he's a little bit careful. Xello, nice turnaround, knows exactly what's coming from behind. And Savannah with the bomb plant. Bloggis at the back of the site. How are they going to be able to hold on towards the bomb?
Savannah's been spotted as well. Quick kill. 1 versus 3 now for Bloggis, and I mean, eSuba, this is the... It's kind of heartbreaking to say this is the closest round they've had so far.
Yeah, and, well, Bloggis, can he get rid of the bomb diffuser? The problem is he's in a 1v3. Spray through the doors. Maybe that will be successful. He goes for it. He gets the kill, but unfortunately, Cemente was just holding down the defuse button. 6-0 lead, and Nexus, well, they continue on. But at the very least, they did get themselves a couple of kills on eSuba, so add that to the bank.
I appreciate 2P going, I'm so Nexus. Yeah, man, I feel you there. Right, I mean, well, we praise Cemente, we praise Zello, but the reality is every single one of these players has some impact. And for Launix and Raga, I mean, sure, they're not having the huge frag counts, but they don't need it because all they're doing is setting everyone else up for kills. A full buy from eSuba here, their best buy they've had in quite a while actually, but it still doesn't bring the AWP out onto Bloggis. It's AKs around the board with utilities to play with. Zello, it is a miracle he's still alive right now.
Well, miracles do happen every day right now. It would be a miracle if eSuba get themselves the half win here with the way things are looking. Though, to be fair, they are playing on the T side of Nuke. You swap sides, things can change. You get these next couple of rounds. Everything could open up. A nice kill from Leviran. Ramp control gain. Right now, eSuba looking good to secure the round. Xello still alive with his 3 HP, getting a kill outside, but holding on towards lobby, it is Petchin. Trades keep on happening. Cemente invents! Oh my god, Cemente. Go!
Oh my god! He's on a
What
red
is he doing the bomb?
Oh, there's no way he makes this a 4K.
This can't be real.
I
Oh,
can see.
he's a Cemente. Jeez!
Oh god. Cemente. It's like the red mist descends. His pupils dilate. His hair stands on end. Laser focus. No, it's not drugs. He's just in the zone. And he wipes eSuba. What a round on his part there. And I mean, at 10-0, here's the thing. That wasn't a clutch. He had a teammate. He just ignored him. He fizzed him off. And BCN just like, man, it's right, I got this. He just tears through him. 7-0. Oh, Truman, what do eSuba do?
I mean, if you lose that round in that fashion, there's nothing that you can do. You have the advantage. You're like, okay, finally, we got this. And completely denied. He just goes nuts all of a sudden. Right now, Cemente getting aggressive. Petchin spotted out. He's 11-0. Hasn't died a single time just yet. And Nexus, they will lose ramp control in the process, but Cemente still alive and kicking. Nice kill from Dusty, dropping Raga. BTN on top of Blue, and that is a little bit too close inside the smoke to really spot his opponent out. But the problem for Bloggis is, where is Cemente lurking about? He needs to take his time. Leviran holds on to ramp for the time being. A 2-on-2 ensues, but Cemente's still alive.
And therefore, probably not winnable. But there's miracles can happen, as you like to say, Truman. For Savinci, killing him would definitely be a miracle here. Zello, also having only died once in 7 rounds so far, going for, I quite like this. Knowing he's lost ramp control, he doesn't even want to risk fighting it. Instead, he heads back round to main, and it means that he has a quick rotation to secret. Push come to shove, that bomb ends up going down. Savinci, this duel with Bogus is going to be so important here. Both players already have an inkling as to where one another will be. That bomb taps Savinci. What's he doing?
Well, the op shot not going to connect. Savinci's still alive, and of course they get both the kills and they stay alive. Combined, they have 1 death in 8 rounds. An 8-0 lead for Nexus and eSuba. They're getting closer by the round, I have to say. But again, you need wins, not just a couple of kills, because the money is still just superb for Nexus.
Can we appreciate the confidence on Savinci there? He knows the AWP's watching him. He's already swung. The AWP has already missed. And let's be honest, Vlogus, he doesn't miss very often. Doesn't care. Picks it again, another missed shot. And it makes him a 3rd time. This man's insane. For eSuba, they do have a full buy to work with. There's a lot of utility behind it, and they also have that AWP finally out on Vlogus from the start. But that inherent advantage, how long will it last for? BTN going aggressive. No Savannah's position on the top of Silo. Vlogus to draw first blood. There's the opening. Zello looking to trade.
Nice little freebie added in for Blogus. But right now, they have a man advantage. Can they capitalize on that fact here? Something that they've been struggling with, especially with Xello and Cemente still alive. Speaking of Cemente, he's being a sneaky little bugger again. Will drop Levy Ren.
Die.
Yeah, the man is immortal. Longs chimes in as well. Man advantage is back in favor of Nexus Gaming. Okay, hello. Well, just, you know, you kind of have to expect people to peek angles. And Cement is still not dead!
Right, we're 9 rounds in. There's probably only 7 rounds left of this game. I want to see Savinci not die for the entire map. This man, he needs to play the proper Iron Man. This is the Iron Man playthrough of the EPULZE Invitational from Savinci. eSuba.
Yeah, this is
their map
pretty
pick.
nuts.
They wanted to be here, Truman. They wanted this.
Well, I don't think anyone wanted this.
Oh, fair enough. They didn't want it, but like, it was their choice of bedroom. As Nexus, they go for another fairly passive default comparative to how aggressive they were being on outside last round. eSuba, couple of pistols, the odd scout. It's not a round you expect to win, but it's one that you would hope to do a fair bit of damage with. If you kill kind of 3 or 4 players of Nexus again, the economy of Nexus, it's not great. I mean, Laonix, BTN, Braga, they are still kind of below 3k. Savinci, even though he hasn't died, he's still only on about 5.6k. So there is a big question mark as to how effective this can be. Destiny moves through the smoke. Unfortunately, his teammate won't be a Savannah. Plucks out of midair like a feather on an autumn's day.
Well, tapping away. Took a little bit longer for BTN. But, yeah, the rest of the team is still alive on Nexus' side. Long range, Scout V up.
Oh, poor guy.
Of course, the op wins it out to Destiny. Gets sprayed down by BTN, picking the corner. Double digits secured against Null, against Nada, against Niet. eSuba nowhere on, like, they've got Destiny on 1 kill and Pechen on 1 kill. 10 rounds in. At that point, you know, pick up auto snipers, do something.
So, someone has kindly said, he says, Houdini is Giga Chad. Houdini is Giga Chad. Our admin is awesome. Like, credit to Houdini. Usually admins work in teams. Nuh-uh. Houdini is a one-man band. Like, he's made it all work on his own. So, credit to him. They also said top 1 observer. This is auto director. I guess that makes the observer me. I guess.
Auto director doing a good job. Sometimes it goes completely potato. Rush out towards the A side. This is actually something they haven't really done.
Does he finally die?
No, of course not.
No, who am I kidding? I'm sorry.
Of course he doesn't die.
I'm blaspheming. I do apologize, Streamer.
He's going to have a perfect game.
Oh, easy.
Cemente's just going to have a perfect game, right? I'm cursing him so hard right now, right? Perfect game. Cemente, you're not going to die a single time.
I love how even though he's like going for the Iron Man play, he doesn't want to die. He's still fighting people. He's still like going for aim duels here. Blogus. Oh, timing's everything. Does he catch out Samitsi?
Oh,
Please,
spots
Raga.
Raga. Sminty.
Oh, guys!
Sminty has fallen. Nexus will, Xello will get the kill regardless. So now he's tied with Nexus in deaths, 1 apiece. Xello on 14 and Sminty on 15.
My God. Truman, you know how when we're sort of in the pre-game lobby and we're running the starting to screen, see the viewers starting to funnel in, we see the players join the lobby, and we sort of talk about how long is this game going to be, you know, can I put on a coffee, that sort of thing. I honestly, any commitments you have for the afternoon, I reckon you're free, because this is going to be, this turning into such a one-sided game. 11-0.
Do not, you know, everyone has a bad game. Your entire team has a bad game. That can also happen, I guess.
It's not really eSuba having a bad game, though. This is Nexus playing
true.
nuts.
They are hitting a lot of great shots here. Double up to hold on to ramp. The kills come through. Xello will die. So right now, Sminty is again top of the board. Deagle in hand. And Longs, of course, he hits the one tap on the face because why not? You know, you're already styling. Just keep on adding those clips.
This is a frag movie, isn't it? This is just a frag movie for Nexus. I hope their social media manager's watching, because we got a bit of content for you, bud. Vapid's gone, Kremer is Giga Chad. Absolutely not. But this 12-0 scoreline probably represents his gameplay on Rust. eSuba, currently in a rock in a hard place, I think is probably the best way to describe this.
A bit of a struggle. Braga just spraying through vents, getting a kill onto Levian, who thinks, yeah, this is my time, jump through the squeak and get obliterated. Indeed, Vlogus creeps in, BTN just spots the itty-bitty legs crossing through. Everything is going horrible. Like, you place 2 smokes outside, and there's still a fat, juicy gap in between. That's just, you know, eSuba missing the chances, but also Nexus just hitting everything.
We've seen 12-3s. We've seen 12-3s come back, haven't we?
Yeah, specifically on Nuke, actually.
Is that really going to happen? I haven't cast a 16-0 this year yet, Truman.
I have neither, but then again, I have not casted that much this year.
I've cast a lot this year in multiple esports, and I've not seen a team left with 0. eSuba.
No, I don't think either. But that's, you know, Dota's kind of hard to have 0.
I
on
beg
one
to
side.
differ. You ever see me play? So that's the bomb as well. Samitsi, man, it's so good. You know what's gonna happen in about 75-100 years time? There's going to start, in kind of the depths of Romania, probably the mountains, because that's where urban legend comes from. There's going to be, oh, let's go for 9 kills. There's going to be the legend of Samitsi. And when they want children to stop misbehaving, they'll go, Samitsi's going to come for you. And, you know, all the kids go, not Samitsi, and they run home and they behave themselves, they do their chores, they do their homework, so they don't want Samitsi to come for them. And the legend of this one warrior, he went into the Czech Republic and left no survivors, is going to, like, echo around the Romanian countryside. And then when some American tourists come along, I take it they too are going to hear this legend, and it's going to spread to the world. Samitsi is just a stone cold killer.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely a devil. We actually have Xello going for an aggressive peek here outside. We'll try and fall back, BTN to back him up as well, because, you know, why would you play with the M4 when you can wield the Deagle at that range? But yeah, we in the Netherlands actually have like a urban legend kind of thing
Samitsi
ourselves. No, unfortunately not. But it's like Santa Claus. It's called Santa Claus. It's like where it's derived of. And if you're naughty during the year, the story is that he'll take you in his bag on his steamboat to Spain. And where that entire story actually comes from, nobody knows.
Going to Spain
but I guess
like a horror story, so fair enough. Like,
well, in the winter, because his birthday's in December. Ooh, actually, Dusty going nuts here, but Xello's still alive, so they win the round. No, Xello's still alive.
No, yeah, sorry, my bad. I got excited for a moment. Just, this is so one-sided.
Can he make it 3 kills? Oh, Xello's right above him as well. Oh, are they gonna guess the B-ball? Oh, he spots him! And gets a kill. They get themselves. We won't get a 16-0. The pain, the humility.
I tell you what's happening. Right now, our boss, essentially, Lucas, bless him, he has a schedule, and I think the tournament in the first day has ruined that schedule. What Nexus has done, they've probably heard Lucas sobbing into his drink. I think he's in Serbia at the moment, so from Belgrade, they heard these sobs, and they went, you know what, we're going to make Lucas' day just that bit better. And they've got the schedule, they've looked at it and went, we could do that, and they now want to make us about an hour and a half ahead of schedule.
I kid you not, I literally just got called, like, 5 minutes ago on my phone by a number from Belgrade. I have no idea who that was.
Lucas! He wants to know what's happening.
Lucas, you can just contact me on Discord. You don't have to call me. Hello? Okay. Okay, Xello, okay.
Oh, every time eSuba just poke their head above the parapets, Zello or Savinci or BTN are there to just beat them back down.
I mean, look at that. 17 kills, 21 kills, 16 kills first half.
Are we streaming this to the right website?
Oh, yeah, I think this this is not allowed on Twitch.
Yeah, are we in trouble? Like, do we need to cover the screen? Like, eSuba, if there ever was a time for a comeback, the pistol round's where it happens. Nexus, they turn attention to Ramp. Levy, the man to try and stop him.
Oh, nice joke.
No.
BTN gets the opener after spamming forever with the Glock. Blogus. Okay, Rag on the other side. Never mind. The auto-director just went nuts for me.
Oh, you spoiled it! That's... For those who don't... unfortunately, I think Nexus understand. The reason you say that, in GoTV, which is our observer, because the observer's me, if it lags out, it means the game's ended. I'm sorry.
I didn't even realize. No, I meant like, it went like, the actual camera just derped. But not like a freeze, but like a full-on derp.
If it dumps like that, it means the game's ended. Who picked Mirage? Nexus did. Oh, no. Lots of people have said hi. So hi, Kitty Goya, and hi, Tuna. All of those wonderful people who have said hello. Edu Kingstar as well, who predicted that. Who predicted Nexus winning this one. Something tells me your prediction may come true.
I mean, I find it disappointing though. Xello won't be able to get 30 frags.
That's true. I honestly think that's more of a mercy rule for eSuba than it is for Nexus. 3 on 5. Well,
yeah, that's, you know, what more is there to say? Walks up, Raga, nice easy kill added in. The last two remaining CTs. Blogus still alive. Let's go, Blogus! Rip gets absolutely taken down. 16-1, one-sided affair. It was the map pick of eSuba as well. So that is not great for heading in towards the second map. But of course, it's a completely different map with a completely different playstyle needed, Kramer.
It absolutely is. We'll be back in a few minutes with Mirage. Hopefully there's a chance of recovery. I hope there is. I'm not feeling great about it though, Trunkman. We'll see you guys in about 5-10 minutes.
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and sound.
lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Let them keep coming back, 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 keep coming back. Of things we know. got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep, and you and I, we got history, yeah. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. For all the pain.
I know my limits. You can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. 'Cause I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. See you again.
I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. That it feels right. Feels right. So right, so right, so right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as Nexus Gaming going to be taking on eSuba after what was, let's be honest, a surprisingly one-sided performance on Nuke. We now head to Mirage, where Nexus are going to look to really pummel eSuba into the ground. Going for a bit of a push over to B, there's going to be the cross-roll block. He's going to be seen, and that may just charge and bait in the attack.
The rush coming forward towards that B-bomb side. Bloggers, dualies in hand. Of course, the cheap-ass guns. Going ham, tapping away. BTM will be shut down by Levy Ren, and they only lose a single player on the side of eSuba. Good start. They already got to the same amount of rounds that they got on Nuke. My name is, of course, DK Truman, together with Kramer on the mic here for the matchup between eSuba and Nexus Gaming. And I just realized, by the way, that Cemente's knife is called Puff Puff Pass, which is a superb name for a knife.
Do you know I hate dual Berettas? Like, with a burning passion.
I loved them before it was cool. I'm a hipster like that.
Would you like to hear why I hate dual Berettas?
I have no idea. You don't want to feel like Tomb Raider.
No, because it's stupid. You're an advanced SWAT team. Why would you dual-wield pistols? And here's the thing. The M9 Beretta, or well, I say M9, as you know, the M9 isn't actually a type of Beretta, it's the classification of Berettas. Nonetheless, the M9 is a cool-ass gun. Like, any Beretta M9 is a cool-ass gun. But Why would you dual wield them? Just make it the same cost as the P250, give it different characteristics like less armor penetration, higher mag count, and then you have a cool gun. Why make them why dual wield them? And here's the thing as well. It's like, oh, but yes, what if you run out of ammo? In the time it takes, if you've run out of ammo when shooting at someone, then you deserve to die. Right?
But again,
no, but
Kramer, have you never seen Tomb Raider?
You try and reload.
No, Tomb Raider always, drops the two mags, and then on her way she has them. Yep, no, Tomb Raider all day, every day.
Another thing in CS, you don't put your mags away. You run out of ammo, you just chuck it behind you. Do you know how expensive magazines are? Yeah, every team would have 16k if they weren't spending their money on bloody magazines. I don't understand.
And then 2 bullets. Oh no, throw it away.
Yeah, same for the 5.7. Bullets for the 5.7 are so expensive. Do you know how expensive it is to get ammo for an AK?
I have no idea.
It's about 2 cents a bullet. Do you know how expensive 5.7 ammo is?
No.
It's about $5 a bullet.
Wait, why is the AK bullet that cheap?
Because there's so many of them. And
I get that, but they're like huge.
Yeah, well, the size of the bullet doesn't matter because it's a fairly thin bullet. The AK in this, I think, is 7.62 because it's based off an AKM. The AK-47 in CS, by the way, isn't an AK-47. It's an AKM. The bullets in it are, while they are quite big in 7.62, they're fairly thin, and so the gunpowder that goes into them is, I think, less actually than the bullet that goes into a Deagle, which fires 50 Action Express. The other thing as well, the P90 fires the same ammo as a 5.7. So, magged up a P90 and you've pretty much mortgaged your house. Like,
P90 fires the same ammo as a...
Yeah, P90 fires...
$5 per bullet?
Yeah, P95 is 5.7 ammo. That's why you never see people using P90s in real life. Because they're so damn expensive. That's why they use UMPs and MP5s.
Well, to be fair, I don't walk out on the street and see people randomly using P90s everywhere.
No,
but, you know
what the internet is. You've seen combat footage. You'll notice no one uses P90s. Like even SAS like groups where they have a pretty high budget. If they want an SMG, UMPs are great. MP5s are great. MP7s, you don't often see them very often, but MP5s definitely take the cake. If you want to use something bigger, potentially an MPX. If you want to use something bigger than that, then you go to a rifle. You never use a P90.
Or an arm bullet cost.
So the AWP or the AWP has what we call video game tax, and so AWPs are now like insanely expensive. But AWPs fire 5.56, which is like standard NATO rounds. They're not quite.
Wait,
as
they
cheap
fire
as...
5.56?
Yeah, they fire 5.56.
Oh yeah, AWP is for the police version, right? And ARM is military.
Yeah.
And does ARM then have different bullets?
So the L96, which is what the AWP is. Do you know how it was made?
I have no idea. Continue with the facts.
This is a fun story. So there's a guys who made it. Accuracy International. They're just a bunch of guys in Birmingham. There are 3 guys in a shed.
I think I heard about that story.
Yeah. And we'll say it for the guys in the chat. 3 guys in a shed. Yeah. I mean, when I say a shed, I don't mean like a small little warehouse. I mean an actual shed at the bottom of one of their gardens. And they went, we should make a gun. Sonic, yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's make a gun. So they made the L96, which is, as you know, the AWP. And they went, I wonder if we can get this mass produced. So the way government contracts are earned is you put your gun into like a tournament. And it will be tested for durability, accuracy, reload time, feeding issues, does it jam, that sort of thing. And the L96, they entered it going, there's no way we win this. And they then just won. they won. And so they went, oh, God. They have 3 in existence. And the UK government went, can you build 60,000? They went, I mean, sure. And so, to finalise the contract, the UK government sent a bunch of generals over to their, not generals, sergeants, over to their shed, just to see what their operation is. And realising they can't be in a shed, they rented a car dealership for a day, and then they got every L96 they had and left it around the shop in like various degrees of disassembly. And so when the sergeant showed up, they went, where is everyone? They went, oh, no, they're just on their lunch break. And they go, yeah, whatever. So they look at the shop and they go out for lunch just to say, nice little thing to do. And the sergeants go, honestly, we were just making sure you weren't 3 guys in a shed. As you can see, you've got a fairly neat operation here. We're ready to give you the contract. We'll need 60,000 by X date. And at that point, they all sort of laugh and go, we're so fucked. That's how the L96 came into existence. Now, your question about its what bullet it fires. You can have a lot of different calibers for the L96. As they come in like A1, A2, A3. There's a really cool round called Winchester 308, or 308 Winchester. You'll see it abbreviated to Win 308. And what that is a very big bullet. Like a big bullet. And it's essentially a way of saying, screw you and the wall behind you. So they made that for the AWP. They realized this is needlessly powerful. Like, this is like, it's like bringing a tank to a drag race competition. You don't need it to be that powerful. And so they then went, we'll lower it to 5.56 for commercial use. 5.56 is the same bullet the M4s fire. And what it means is, because it's a bit of a smaller bullet, you can have a higher velocity, which means bullet travels faster, you can be more accurate. The way that works is, the faster the bullet is spinning, the more accurate it will be, because the air resistance is able to have some effect on it. Whereas 7.62, a bit of a heavier bullet, it's more likely to go through armor, like level 1, level 2 Kevlar, but it's going to be a little bit slower, the range isn't quite there. So L96, bear in mind, their muzzle velocity is like 13,000 feet per second.
The amount of stuff that you know is insane.
We haven't casted a while, true, but since we started casting, since we became to now, I've become a bit of a nerd. And I also quite like the L96 in general. So
gun nerd. Well, they have a different gun nut. Gun nut.
Gun nut. I'm a bit of a gun nut, which, being in the UK, is probably the worst place imaginable to be a gun nut. But
don't worry, we've got the same. Well, no, actually, you're worse because your police doesn't even wear guns.
Nope, we're truly bad for firearms, which is a shame.
Well, which is probably for the better.
I mean, if you're using it responsibly, what's the problem?
Yeah, but that's the problem. People are not responsible.
Then why do they let people drive?
They shouldn't. I mean, I've seen people on the road. I don't think everyone should drive.
Yep. But you see responsible drivers, ones that aren't a problem. Exactly the same thing for firearms owners. The only difference is... The only difference is you don't need a gun to get to work. Actually, saying that aloud is a weird sentence, but the point still stands.
Oh, but yeah, it's I did, one person not being responsible with the gun can cause a lot of problems, aka NA. So, yeah.
The entire North America. Like...
Well, okay. One specific country then.
Yeah. Well, it is a shame. It's a cool hobby. It's a very cool hobby.
To be fair, I think the Falcons and stuff have guns that you can
do.
like use.
What I quite like, actually, is, particularly when talking on casts about gun facts, is there's always someone in the chat who knows more than me, and I get to learn something every time.
Well, that's how you add a lot to your entire pool of gun facts. All I know is like stuff I see either on Reddit or PUBG, or like any of the other.
You don't learn too much then. I suppose they teach you.
Yeah,
that
no, I don't.
For some AKs and 5.56 works in most of the
Yeah. The ammo does ring true. Like I've heard of the ammo that they use for most of those guns.
I have another like fun gun groupie fact queued up. But first, let's take a moment to talk about how eSuba have quadrupled the rounds they had on Nuke.
But yeah, right now Nexus is slowly coming back,
which is quite worrying. Bear in mind that Zello has an AWP now, so yeah, the brakes are definitely going to be slammed on here. And for eSuba, it's just going to be an eco. Well, I mean, they're ecoing around a saved M4. We can talk about this. Someone I saw in the chat recently, not on this stream, in another one, they said, why isn't the AR-15 in, or AR platform in CS? Now, do you know what an AR-15 is, Trunkman?
Yes, it's, yeah, it's. I know what it is from like PUBG and stuff.
To the non
thing with the burst mode, right?
to the non-gun nuts, and those in the chat, an AR-15 is very similar to an M4. And so you have two what are called platforms. You have the Kalashnikov platform, so you have AKMs, AK-74s, AK-74Us, some like AN-12s, but essentially that is all based off the core concept of a Kalashnikov. Whereas in America, in European countries, you have two platforms, the M4 platform and the AR-15 platform. And what the difference is the AR-15 is something that civilians use because it doesn't go full auto. And you said it has a burst. Usually it doesn't. It's just semi-auto.
Oh,
bang, bang.
okay.
Bang,
Well,
bang.
in all the games they have a burst.
Yeah, in all the games. Here's the thing: you're never going to be wrong in saying that because there will be a variant somewhere that does. But kind of broad brush strokes. Usually they're just semi-auto. And for M4s, they have a fully auto concept. You'll find that no one ever uses fully auto if they're trained. There's no point in it because you're inaccurate, you're more likely to hit kind of targets you're not aiming for, it's less control, you run out of ammo quicker, there's no reason to be on full auto. However, on the flip side, if you need to clear a room, if you want to spam through a smoke, this is in CS at least, full auto is the way to go.
Okay, so the full auto mode is just for CS.
I mean, it can be in real life. AKs can go full auto.
I do know that people that came back from like abroad in when they were sent out to Iraq and stuff, and they had the Deagle as their sidearm. Most of them came back with arthritis.
Yeah,
yeah, because the kickback was too much.
Yeah, there's two Deagle fires what's called 50 Action Express, which is a 50 caliber round. You would never need that. Like,
but it's cool, but it's not nuts. That's actually nuts.
That's a showpiece, if anything.
That's watermelon blow up kind of gun.
Honestly, anything can blow up. Like, you can get some fairly good shotgun rounds that'll blow up.
Yeah, but then like someone's face turning into the watermelon kind of.
That's true. If we have viewers in the chat who are thinking of getting a shotgun, because that's usually the go-to for home defense, what you find a lot of people say is, I don't want any of this. I want the slug. And so, the difference in shotgun rounds is you have birdshot, the main ones at least, are birdshot, buckshot, and slug. And they kind of varying degrees of fragmentation. A slug is one solid thing that bursts through. It's like shooting a bullet out of a shotgun, essentially. It sucks to be hit by, but the issue is, if you shoot that in your house, it's going through your wall, through your house, into someone else's house, through their walls, and into them. And that's how strong slugs are. Buckshots it essentially shoots what are kind of like metal ball bearings that scatter out into a kind of web. So very hard to avoid, very good for hurting but not killing. And birdshot is a step down, which is fragments. Which is even smaller than these metal ball bearings, and there are a lot of them. Like, it won't go through armor, but any exposed flesh gets ripped apart by birdshot.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know if EPULZE will allow us. In fact, they probably won't, and so we won't bring it up actually. But there's I'm trying to think how I can describe this without being sacked. Nexus, they move into a bit of a default here. Looking to list over to me.
They got themselves onto 3, and they're looking pretty solid so far. At least eSuba did recover nicely from their performance on Nuke, and it's all looking pretty A-okay. Both sides got themselves still some nice utility left, but Cemente opens it up, gets the first kill in the round. Dusty taken down, and a man advantage for Nexus.
Nexus have actually been struggling quite a bit on the T side, and it could just be Nexus's T side in general. Remember, we didn't see the T side of Nexus over on
Saw
Nuke.
2 rounds.
Yeah, we saw 2 rounds. I mean, that's it. And of course you're against players who don't have weapons, so Nexus could very well just have a poor CPU.
To be fair, a USB is still a weapon. Like
that's true.
Like,
Oh,
the damage
you
in this game is
oh,
non-existent.
Set me off
but-
again. The USP, absolute useless gun in CS. Not because of its weapon, no, it's a very good gun in pistol rounds. But you'll notice in CS, there's little, you can't see it on lower resolutions, but on the USP, along the top of the slide, you have something that says 9mm. Do you know what that stands for?
9mm.
That it does, congratulations.
Hey!
The commercial USP wasn't 9mm. It was in 45 ACP, which means CS is wrong, it's unplayable, it's a broken game, don't play it. That's because it's wrong. Volvo, please fix.
Which one is actually better then?
45 ACP or 9mm?
Yeah.
45 ACP. I'm a big fan of the M1911, and well, actually the Beretta M9 as well. And they both...
Does the UMP not take 9mm?
Yeah, but it also fires it much quicker than a USB does.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I was considering, because in PUBG, the UMP is normally better than... Hey, I'm just thinking about literally the games that I play. I've never... Well, actually, that's a lie. I have held an AK when I lived in Uganda back in the day, but that's like when I was 7.
Vapid, I can't read that out, but I feel that pain on such a spiritual level, my friend. Nexus. At minuscule. Nexus, they find themselves now with a pretty position ahead. Because the eco, it's their chance to equalise, and here's the thing, considering how effective, maybe not as effective as that.
And a nade right there.
It's like a grenade fact, or at it. You've got me to kind of like churning out.
Yeah, sure. Give me all the facts you've got.
For those,
I need to add to my bank.
For those of you in the chat who want me to just shut up and talk about CS, do let us know. Like, we are reading this. Do you know how fast the fragments of an M97 fragmentation grenade travel?
I have no idea.
So, let me quickly check to make sure it's not M67 or M97. It's M6 something, which is the grenade in CS, and it's so the way it works is that shell has like a web of ball bearings on it. Let me quickly check. It's a M6. Yeah, it's an M6. It's an M67 fragmentation grenade. And so the outer shell, you know that green casing, that's lined with metal ball bearings. And so when the fragmentation goes off, fuses to primer, prime causes the explosion, and that sends everything moving outwards. Those fragmentations, they travel at Mach 10.
The fuck?
For those of you
Really?
For those of you wondering, that's pretty fast. Which is why two things. First one is when you're playing games, maybe a bit more competitive than, or maybe a bit more deadly than CS. So like Arma or Tarkov. If you shout grenade, that means a grenade's landed next to you. If you shout frag, that means you're the one throwing it. Big difference. Anyway, if you see a grenade that's about to go off, you can't run from it. All you may have time to do is just try and shield yourself. And what you'll find actually in fragmentation grenades is about 47% of the casing doesn't explode like it's meant to. You just have a chunk of it that will be left lying there while the rest of it explodes outwards. Because that chunk's facing downwards, so it just goes down into the ground. And so that's how you can tell.
Or I hear about high explosive grenades. It sounds like that should be on the list of not allowed weapons.
Fragmentations are allowed because while they travel quickly, their velocity doesn't. They don't stay traveling quickly for a while. So you're not, unless you're throwing it into a crowd, you're not going to hit civilians with it, and no one is going to throw it into a crowd because to be at the range to throw a grenade into a crowd, you would be mobbed and killed. Like, no, it's relatively, in terms of how kind of you have cruel weapons, the grenade isn't one of them. Flashbangs as well. Some people have said that they're kind of should be only used in a wartime setting because, as you know, SWAT teams use flashbangs because they can cause permanent deafness. And the reason is, I know those who've seen CS, you go, how come permanent deafness, not permanent blindness? Because CS is wrong. A flashbang is like 90% bang, 10% flash. In CS, it's the other way around.
The more you know.
Those things
Very
are-
informative stream here.
I can tell you, as someone who has been flashbanged, they are loud. They're like
Have you been
insanely.
flashbang? Why have you been flashbanged?
Because I wanted to see what it's like to be flashbanged, so I got a flashbang and flashbanged myself.
There's a flank, by the way, coming up from ramp. That's pretty nuts. Levy Ren, 1v3. Can he get it?
Oh, it's a nice flash from Launex though. That's a lovely flash actually.
Oh my god, he's not dead. Okay. Come on, Levy Ren. I believe. Creeping up forward. He somehow hits longs. Needed only to connect one bullet. Swaps his M4 for another M4. But in the smoke, it's Xelo. Oh, baby! Surprise,
Beautiful.
surprise. Got that snuffer from behind. And that is Nexus taking the lead. They were 4-1 ahead at one point. Yeah, they 4-0. They started off this map, and now it's 5-6 for Nexus. Okay, they're looking good.
Solid stuff.
And now continue on with your story about the flashbang.
Well, there's not much to it. I want to see what it's like to be flashbanged, so I got flashbanged.
Where did you get flashbanged?
You can go to places in the UK that have. So the way licensing works in the UK is you don't have to have one as long as someone else has one.
Okay.
And you have different types of flashbangs. You can have like airsoft flashbangs, which don't have the flash because that flash is triggered by an explosion. You need an munitions license for that, which is just impossible to get. And if you do have one, you're probably in the military and you're not going to be handing out flashbangs.
Yeah, my friends used to, like, when we were younger, I'm talking like 15, 14, we used to have airsoft rifles, but they are actually outlawed in the Netherlands, so we had to order
Really?
them from Germany. Yeah, they're outlawed in the like we have very strict rules against it. There was actually a moment where like he lives in the attic and police came to his door because he had him mounted on his wall and they were like, "We saw something up there." And then they came up and they confiscated his airsoft rifles because, well, they're airsoft rifles and they're not allowed in the Netherlands. But
I tell you what, we've spoke about quite a bit that are kind of not that you're never gonna get. Would you like to learn some guns that you can get in the UK? And they're not really guns. They're more they're more hunting rifles.
yeah, you can get hunting rifles here as well.
Yeah. So you can get there's the caliber's called 2.2, which stands for I'm actually 0.22 of an inch. We'll let Levy continue to step through people first. All right, 0.22 of an inch. So they're primarily used for hunting. But you can also get what's called 22LR, which 22LR stands for 22 long rifle, which uses an actual bit of gunpowder to explode it. But that requires a license. To get actual 22, which would be like a lead pellet, you can get those without a license. And there are 3 types you can get: PCP, CO2, and break barrel. The way break barrel works is you pull the front of the gun forward, which breaks the barrel, and it coils a spring. That spring then goes back up, and it will send the propellant out. Now, the pros to a break barrel is you're not going to run out of... You can just keep doing it again and again. Like, no worries. The only problem you can have is ammo. Like, that will wear out before the quality of your gun. You then have PCP and CO2. PCP stands for Pre-Charged Pneumatic, and what that does is it fills a shrouded barrel under your gun with oxygen mainly, and when you pull back the bolt, it will fill the chamber with oxygen, which pressurizes, sends the pellet out. Then you have CO2, which uses small CO2 cartridges, exactly the same premise. Those are the 3 you can get legally. I have a PCP, which has been a absolute beauty, and Artemis M22. If you yeah, if you guys, and what's really nice about that as well is, if you are looking to get into the hobby, the kind of 2.2 break barrels are very cheap. Like, you can get a second-hand one for under £100. And you can sort of use it to feel out if you like the hobby. If you do, then you can go from there. If you don't, then yeah, you've not lost a lot of money. And for me, literally, just summer out in the sun. Trying to hit targets at range with a break barrel. A lot of fun. I do recommend it.
I have no idea what...
We should do that, Druckmann.
When I ever get to the UK, it's been actually years since I've even left the Netherlands. Well, that's a lie. I went to Belgium like a week ago.
You're not missing much in the UK. Really not.
I've been to London twice. at the very least.
The best part about the game.
That's
The
it.
best part about visiting London is leaving.
Oh, well, no, not if you're a visitor. Like I saw, what's that? The musical with the boy that loves, you know, does boxing and does ballet. I saw that one. I think. Oh, what's it called? Can't think of the name. But I saw a musical there. Yeah, I mean it's a high school. You know, you go to like places in Europe to see other cultures and countries. And for some reason, I went to London twice.
You must.
Which,
went to
for
a
me-
posh school. Jesus.
Well, that was like no, that wasn't posh. Like you either went to Berlin, Paris, wow, or London,
Tony Dutch on me, Truman.
and I think you also could go to Prague. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. But my like they put us into like houses with British people that live in London.
Yuck.
And I literally was in a house with a family that had no floor. Like, they had concrete there. There was nothing else on top of the concrete.
That's quite common.
And their cat bit me at midnight in my toe in my room. And I woke up because of it. And I can, like, that was the stupid experience I've ever had.
Yeah, sounds like the UK, alright. I've not got anything to follow up on that. That's pretty average here. Someone said, I'm a monk-blooded American. It's alright, my heart goes out to you, brother. Nexus, they were 4-0 down, they've turned it around. Oh, Struben. It's gonna be a stomp, isn't it? It's gonna be a stomp.
Yeah, they were 4-0 ahead. Oh, the pain. But to be fair, that's kind of why we went in our entire story. Well, you went into your entire story about weapon facts. Which, to be fair, I enjoyed a lot of, and I learned a lot of.
There's some cool. There are cool facts which would apply to current climates that I need to get the okay from Lucas before I tell you them. But oh my God, Petchin, that's a clean shot. I'll tell you what, Harry. Harry, I'm sorry, man. Cheating on you. Sorry, Truman. This could very well actually be a close game. Particularly if Loris keeps that up. That's a hell of a pistol round.
Yeah, both pistols rounds now won by eSuba on Mirage. But still 4 rounds behind, though. With the pistol, you win the next 2 rounds. You're 10-8. You can definitely overtake Nexus. But they are on the CT side and probably looking to... they're going to buy the next round on Nexus. So they won't have an AWP. But that's definitely 1 point when Xelo picks up the op. And I mean, he's 15-7 again this time around. Like, Xelo is still just popping off. He's nutty. He heard you in the first map saying, you know, he was not looking that great lately. And he's stepping up. He's showing his stuff.
Right, yeah. Called out. Logus jumping across it. BTN, I think he's acutely aware that he's a rock in a hard place. I mean, taking 1, maybe 2 players with you. Certainly not bad. Yeah, 2 players is alright for an eco.
Yeah, for a full eco. No upgraded pistols, no utility whatsoever. That is very good. They could technically buy an op, but I assume they're just going to go for the M4s because, you know, that's a solid way to go.
They went for it.
Oh, actually,
That's
BTN,
so
that
no
is
armor.
so... Yeah, that right there, that's a team player. BTN is a team effing player. What else is there to say? The guy, that's just a beast mode.
That is. Petra brings out the SG, which is pretty cool.
No. It was cool before that patch where the SG was OP. Now it's just meh.
But it's cool. We don't have to see it anymore.
Like, if you pick up the M249 or you pick up the Negev, then you're cool.
M24.
Especially considering the Negev is just so cheap.
On the topic of M2s, there's a pretty... this is in the American military. You have a role called an armorer, which is someone who just fixes the guns. And they're meant to fix like firearms, small arms, and stuff like that. A small arm's kind of referring to anything that can be held by someone. But for some reason, that includes a mortar, like a proper artillery piece, and an M242 chain gun. And for those of you who don't know, that's about the size of a person. Apparently those need to be fixed by the same guy who fixes your pistol.
That's a very big leap into two different directions.
Yes.
A mortar or your pistol. Okay. I would assume that they have completely different understanding that you need to be able to fix them. But, you know, that's the beauty of it. You learn a lot on the technical aspect then.
Yeah. It's going to be a quick save from Nexus here, and QX, would be nice. Zello, uncharacteristicness from him, is able to recover it, though.
Hello, BTN trying to save, but yeah, it's eSuba clawing their way closer towards Nexus Gaming. Okay, let's go. Kramer, what do you think? Who's going to be able to take this second map? Do you think that eSuba have what it takes to come back in this series?
No, I think Nexus do win it.
Wow!
While it's going to be a much closer, and while Nexus absolutely works for it, I still think they're going to be taking the. I still think they're going to be taking the lead here.
Okay. No faith whatsoever. It sadly does have an op. But, yeah, okay. I'm going to say eSuba's coming back and taking map number 2. Because I said that Nexus is going to win 2-1. So, you know, I kind of have to stick with my prediction initially. And you went for 2-0 Nexus. So, I probably am going to be wrong. Not going to lie. But I'll be proud to be wrong. Because Nexus is looking pretty good.
I respect that. Some aggression in mid here just to be faked by Savannah, while the rest of the team turn their attention to A, where unfortunately Raga is alone without armor and with a mid deagle to defend himself.
Ooh. Peek, kill. Hot potato with the M4, but it's Cemente, the man who was absolutely indestructible in the previous map. Right now, a little bit less so. Push through the smoke. Levy run. Yeah, easy picking. Actually, I'm saying that. Hello. Hello. Let's go. Man's on a flow. This is, he's feeling it. 19-8, by the way. God, look at his positioning. This is no... The guy has brass nuts. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Savannah, let's punish him, and that'll be the ult for Bloggers as well. So, eSuba really enjoying this this momentum here. However, Nexus, the round loss bonus is going to start catching up to them. They do have the option to bring out the AWP on Zello, kind of without having to bastardize someone's money. And because of that, this could be where their comeback happens. Now, 4 rounds on the bounce now for eSuba. This is exactly how the first half started. So, there's a world where actually Nexus just turn it around, move on from there, which is exactly what they did in the first half, but still only 1 round in it.
I'm actually curious, Kramer, what are your favorite maps?
Inferno. I really like Inferno.
That's your favorite map? No others? No contenders? Just straight up Inferno?
Inferno and Cobblestone.
God, finally, this man knows his maps. Well, at least the second one. Inferno's nice, but it's for me it falls just below Train and Cobblestone for me. But Cobblestone is definitely my number 1.
I hate a train so much.
I love the opping aspect of it, with like diving between the trains and then just popping in different directions and on the train. I love that aspect so much.
Maps on train are always so long.
That is true. It did take a lot, but you know, at least it's not Dust 2.
That's true. At least it's not Dust 2. You got Dust 2.
Because Dust 2 is absolutely a map I just despise watching.
Yeah, if you guys ever become pro players and you want to veto for us, don't pick Dust 2. We'll love you forever.
I will 100% ban Dust 2 every single time. Immediately.
Yeah.
First ban. Not a chance I'm playing that. It's, I mean, yeah, Dust 2 and Mirage. Like, one thing that I would love to see more from, like, Valve and Steam is that they actually just put in, like, a rotation every, you know, year or every half a year where they just drop off 3 maps, add 3 new ones, you know, just to constantly keep switching it up or something, or just add in the updated maps, because there's nothing wrong with Cobble. They kicked it to the curb. Well, they first changed it to have that Halloween version that they had for some apparent reason, which was awful, and then they just booted it because they despised Cobble for some reason. God, cache still hasn't been returned, even though the new cache was also horrible. It was just a green mess of blurry BS. Like, I'd rather have the old cache than the new cache, even though the old cache was, like, overplayed as well most of the time, kind of like Dust 2 and Mirage. I just want something new and something fresh. I kind of liked Ancient, but the big problem is they didn't have chickens. Like, if they had chickens, I'd like it a lot more.
Is that the deal breaker for you? Are there chickens?
I mean, they got rid of Cobblestone, which is a chicken map. Then they updated... then they removed Train in the patch that they updated how the chickens look. And then they added Ancient, which is a map that I'm honestly thinking that is a perfect chicken map.
I suppose there's a lot of undergrowth for the chickens to kind of run around in.
Yeah. It's like perfect. It's green. It's like in some forsaken temple where you probably have some farmer having his like sheep or chickens running around. It's perfect. But no, they'll have to choose to bring in a map without chickens while they update the chicken look and get rid of my boy Cobble. Now they only have one chicken map. They only have one competitive chicken map, which is of course your favorite.
Yeah, that's true. So I do like my competitive chickens.
That was one of my favorite things though. In Cobblestone, when you were in like drop, and you were just sitting there and then holding that angle for someone to peek, and then a chicken's head popped up, scared the crap out of me every time. I just randomly shot the chicken.
That's true. Cache was a great map as well. I really like Cache. I tell you what, Nexus have completely kind of taken their eye off the ball. They are handing kills to eSuba at the moment, and well, eSuba, credit to eSuba, they're just punishing them. Like, eSuba didn't actually have to do anything that round. They ran out moves. Zello is for some reason fighting them alone. No support for anyone. The short player peaks without flash. They go 2 players up, and then they just move from there.
Well, Rag is making it hurt. 3 kills so far. Will Dusty be able to shut him down? Jiggle peek. Ooh, gets back, but Blogus off the op. Mano a mano. Got the elbow, blown it off cleanly, and that is going to be 10-10 with no money for Nexus for a real solid investment. So just a couple of pistols, most likely. I would like to see them. I mean, they tried it last round going aggressive in mid, but I'd like to see them like bring it to the table and just go for it. One flash popped in mid and then rush it down.
Yeah, Nexus have struggled a little bit here, but they moved to deals, and that mid control, I would have liked to see someone be with Zello, just so you're able to trade it. And honestly, credit where credit's due. I really like Levi right now. He's playing so damn well, and he's, well, even though Destiny's taking some lovely shots, Levi, he played well on Nuke as well. He's one of the few super players who are actually able to consistently kill, which is something that, well, eSuba definitely struggled to do.
He's pretty good. Yesterday as well, he was definitely the star player in the team. Blogus. Boom! Headshot. Oh, I remember those old Team Fortress. Those were really good videos, the Team Fortress 2 videos. With
Team
like,
Fortress 2, I love the character introduction videos. Like, Meet
yeah.
the Sniper.
I didn't like the game. I love the character introduction videos as well.
They were so cool.
This is my gun, Sasha. And then just, I am heavy weapons guy. Some random Russian.
It costs $2,000 to fire this gun for just 4 seconds. I love it so much. Meet the Sniper was easily the best one, though.
Yeah.
No, Dad.
Ooh.
I'm not a crazy gunman. I'm an assassin. Oh, those are the days.
They had like all those like YouTube videos with like JMod that they made and stuff that were really weird.
Oh, the SFM stuff.
Yeah. But like the guys from Left 4 Dead 2 with pills here.
Oh, that's true. eSuba. 11-10, and for Nexus, things are starting to get a little bit scary for them. This has been a dire CT side problem here, and as they move into this double AWP setup, the double setup could be what brings them success. But if it isn't, they have no money to fall back on.
Xalo and BTN have a little bit of cash. The plus side is eSuba's economy is not superb, and Longs with the last bullet in his very minimal spray there just randomly hits headshot, so that's always a big plus. Levy, he's a god. Pushing forward, Xello has to reload, or, well, get another bullet in the chamber, and he's going to get blown up in the meantime. So 3-on-3 on the site, but BTN creeping up from CT. Let's go, deny the bomb plant, indeed, but for some reason decides to swap quickly towards a nade in that position, but they do have the bomb recovered. The question is, are they going to be headed towards the right direction? Raga with the op on short. Will he spot anything out? It does not seem to be the case, but he definitely can hold that B bomb site. If he expects them to come through market, which is a big question, does he? Yes, he does. Raga's checking the angle as we speak. Indeed, indeed. Boom, baby. Let's go. One more left. Petch, and can they get the first round on the CT side? Kremer.
1 versus 2 for Petchin. I wouldn't rule them out of it yet, but Nexus, remember, their defense is fairly split up at the moment. If this doesn't work out for them, and eSuba go 12-10 up, they're starting to set themselves up for a victory, to just straight up close out the map and win. Force us to our third and final. However, for Nexus, they've still got a fight in them yet. They still have the power to bite, and for Raga, that, oh, that's a great shot.
That one was just filthy. That one, I know, no idea how he hit that.
Sent to the ether as Nexus, they equalised at 11, but here's the thing, it took them a long time to get here. A silver lining for them is that eSuba, they don't have money. This is kind of Deagles, Tech 9s, there's the odd AK on Blog, it's the hero AK actually. And while the raid boss may be able to work out for them, it's a tall order because Nexus, well, as mentioned, already have the comforts of weapons, of cash.
It's not the best buy for eSuba, but of course it's a semi-buy because they want to afford a full entry into the next round. But I definitely have a lot of hope for them continuing in at least Group A. Like, even if they would lose this series, like, map 1 was absolutely atrocious. They played against maybe previously as well, eSuba. That one was actually a lot closer than I would have expected because, oh my god, how did Bloggers even get there? Nice tap. That's a bit of a surprise and a very big problem in the defense of Nexus rushing towards that B bomb site. It is BTN and Longs is just, okay, turns it around quickly on the side. BTN coming in, Savannah with the Deagle. Nonetheless, still a lot of damage done with the eSuba investment.
This is too much damage. 3 kills and now a bomb plant. That's all eSuba wanted. And the fact that Nexus have handed it to them is I would argue, a fairly big problem.
Well, he's just like the last round, second guessing yourself for forever, or is he? He's actually rotating through. Is that far enough away from the CTs to not hear the steps? It's always questionable if he's gonna go for the run. He has to run right now. Like, does it get hurt? It seems to be the case. Yep, they know what's up. Savannah, okay, sure. You know, Xalo's like, not even giving you a shot, baby. Denied, annihilated, Nexus back in the lead. But that was pretty much a semi-board from eSuba, so it's not that bad. All things considered, Nexus on 12, but eSuba definitely have a chance to turn it around. Wait, Blogus, is he playing with a Deagle? Okay, okay. Not really what I want to see.
Nexus directly now, I mean, lost an AWP from that buy round. Their money ain't great. It really isn't looking good. But now Nexus spots out the first pairing connector. You can't punish it though, as Nexus have sort of changed their defense. They're no longer going for these aggressive plays and trying to close out the map. They're being a little bit more passive, but Launex peeks out, punished for it. There's the trade. Zeminci has to go fairly big here to keep it consistent, keep it contentious.
But it's Zeminci. Like,
it is.
Of course he does it. He's just, man's a beast. But he has to do it alone to get the ace. So, you know, without a team, it's going to be pretty tough. And they also lost some last round bonuses now, so eesh.
Nexus have really struggled to find to fight for mid. Mid control has been eluding them kind of categorically here, and eSuba, I mean, they're just punishing it time and time again. Sabitzi on the shoulder peek from default, spots out the first player, sees the second. I don't think he actually meant to kill Bloggus there. He killed the wrong man. Well, that matters though, because on the re-peek, on the repartee, Destiny will fall. Sure, the ace may elude Sabitzi. Unfortunately, so will the round. For now, we'll look over to eSuba with a full buy coming. Couple of Vegas to play with. They don't bring out the AWP on Blogger, surprisingly, but while their money is in a bad place, I don't think they want to risk it. Same said for Nexus here. I mean, FAMAS's MP9s have to come out. It's not a pretty spot. But for eSuba, I'm surprised, actually I'm very surprised, they don't fight for mid. Bear in mind that mid has been what they've been exploiting time and time again. Instead, ramps the position they work for. Sabitzi peeks under that smoke. Levi punishes him, and once again, Nexus, they are handing these kills to eSuba.
Well, still alive and kicking. Xelo's got the AWP. Saminte, however, does seem to be gone. Push comes out. MP9. Raga sprays through. Drops the bomb. That's very nice, especially considering he puts it up 2 or 3 on 3. There is a Bloggus flank being attempted here. But that Molly... Oh, okay, BTN. Okay, sure. Sure. He's even expecting the flank to come through. My God. This guy's got... he's got a massive brain.
Dusty. He knows the location of Raga. Question is, can he kill him? All it takes is a shoulder peek and connector. Bloggus is only on 5 HP. Exactly what it takes. There's a trade, but without the bomb, Dusty's to try to take a duel on Xelo.
Can he get it, though? He needs the bomb. 30 seconds left on the clock. It's getting a little bit dicey. Goes for the peak. 1v1. Xelo versus Dusty. Oh, mano a mano. And where will he plant? Does he expect Xelo to be towards CT? It seems to be the case, and indeed he reads it correctly. But this is pretty tough for Xelo, especially considering Dusty has already left the site.
But why? Why is BTN peeking with his... What? Xelo does have a smoke. He has a kit. This is a very winnable circumstance for him. But Dusty being able to cross the left side mid, they make his life that bit more difficult. Shots
Oh,
on smoke. None of them land for Xelo. Quick defuse. That's 13. But what was BTN doing?
I don't know. I said he had a big brain, and he just went full dirt mode there as well. Decided, you know, I want to prove that I've lost it for a second. Nonetheless, he died. It happens to the best of us. But the fact that, you know, you plant the bomb, you get yourselves towards jungle, which is very neat. One smoke gets tossed, you go for the defuse, and he just gets away with it. That's even worse. That's just a sad way to see things. Ooh. We have 1 AK in the server for eSuba. Can they make it work? He does get heavily tagged up already, but a tough buy for the T side. Again, it's a semi-buy, so, you know, you lose this, you still at least have a buy. But Nexus is getting very close to the finishing line. That is a scary prospect.
Disappointed mid. What a nade that was by Raga. Man advantage. Scratch that 2-man advantage. Scratch that 3-man advantage. As Sabitzi is going to try and shut down the AK. The one player who needed the weapon upgrade is the one who gets the kill. Leave it for Alex. A 1 versus 1 with Bloggus, which he'll be able to convert. Nexus, they go 14-12 up.
Well, I think I might stand corrected, actually, that you're going to be, well, correct in this aspect, because 14-12... they're only 2 rounds away from securing the W. Of course, eSuba have AKs right now, but, I mean, Xelo is on 22, Long's on 23 frags. Those 2 players are just absolutely nuts in this second game. Saminte not, you know, having the same performance as he had on Nuke, but he's still edging away at this eSuba offense and doing his due diligence. I mean, I am pretty impressed with the Nexus roster, because most of the time, I mean, the first map was just, completely blown into a weird proportion, but they are playing in a position where everyone in the team can frag, and a lot of the time you do have some teams that have issues in that regard, where, one or two players are less so than the others, but I think that the Nexus roster, everyone has the capabilities of stepping up.
Dusty. Looking to do the boost up into window here. It's worked before, but unfortunately Savannah, he's tried it one too many times. BTN trace, so Vinci gets the follow-up. BTN able to double down, leaves us into the 5-on-2. And all of a sudden for Petrin and Blogis, painfully alone, a chasm between them. With the players in mid, making sure that the rotation, if it were to be met, would have to be in T-spawn. As Blogis looks to push solo through Connector here.
Well, he is getting behind enemy lines.
Blogis is so good at doing this. This might be the third time this half he's been able to do that.
The problem is, he's the opper, so normally he doesn't get the chance to do that. And he's even going to get spotted by BTN and shut down. Okay, well, nice attempt. Unfortunately, it bears no fruit. And it's a clean sweep for Nexus Gaming. 15-12 and a 2-0 seems to be very likely here. And that means that our partnership for this cast will be over in a flash.
That's a shame. I've enjoyed casting with you, Truman.
You at least have... Wait, no, you're not doing the next one, right?
No, that's Roberts is.
Oh, you doing tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm doing. We'll be back
I
for
don't know
tomorrow.
which... I'm doing something tomorrow. I can't remember which one, but we'll see once we get there.
eSuba, this is a rough buy to have. As underpass control is
Believe.
fought by Bloggers here. Hoping to catch out at least someone. BTN with an off angle, accompanied by an execution. Zello
Oof.
looking to try and assist Saminci where he can. Secondary flash goes out. Saminci caught in a Molotov actually. Good for one though. Zello doubles down. Over an underpass. Levi just harassed, four killed. Saminci is traded, but for how long? So now Nix looks to go through this.
Oh, can they get it done? It's Petrin alone, and no, indeed, it is not possible. 2-0 annihilated, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, Nexus win it, and honestly, they are looking like they are the big contenders to take the entire tournament right now, heading towards the playoffs, the first team to make it to that spot, and definitely well-deserved. Both series that they've played so far, completely one-sided affairs. I mean, the first series was they won 16-6 and 16-3. This series 16-1 and 16-12, I think.
Yeah, 16-12. Solid performance from them. Thank you all so much for watching. We're going to have to end the stream because we're going to be handing the broadcast over to the wonderful Strommers, who will be able to continue the action as the games continue today. I've been your Crabber 3. I've been joined by the wonderful DK Truman. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And if you stay on to watch our next match, I hope you enjoy. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and sound.
you.